Hey guys, what's up? I'm Clappy1984 and today we're going to be taking a look at Battlefield 3, the final product. So what I mean by the final product is all the DLCs came, we've got the lot, there is no more patches, updates, anything like that at all coming. So literally what you see is what you get. If you're also a premium member, there is no more bonus content, camos, assignments, all of that is done. So what you see is the final game, this is it, this is Battlefield 3, lock, stock, the lot. So this is what I want to do. I want to sort of discuss where you think they went right with this game, places that they went wrong, and what sort of avenues you think that they may go down for Battlefield 4 based on what you've seen from Battlefield 3.
Still behind us.
So I definitely think we should start by saying what a fantastic game Battlefield 3 has been over the last 18 months. A lot of players have come and gone, but there's still a hardcore element playing the game, as well as loads of new people that recently picked the game up. This is also good news as it means they'll be around for Battlefield 4, making our community thrive, get bigger and just make it that extra more special. You look at the DLC we have received for Battlefield 3, it is just completely random. What I mean by this is if you take a look at it, we've gone from Car Cam, which is previous Battlefield maps, which is kind of a standard DLC for a lot of first person shooters. Most of them always tend to revisit old maps, that sort of thing. But then the premium came along and then Close Quarters come along and you just start to get this eerie feeling that Battlefield is not Battlefield anymore. It's become this big marketing tool and all they're doing is trying to pull more faces in, which is definitely the vibe I got. Close Quarters was so far-fetched from anything Battlefield had done previously that you definitely got the vibe that this was for people of other first-person shooters that have never played Battlefield. Something that might pull them over to give the game a try and hopefully they'll get hooked on it and start playing the title. So the way to look at this, if you are the developers, what they're doing is 100% right. You develop a game, you do it to maximise yourselves, the sale potential of the game, and basically, at the end of the day, to make yourself as much money as possible. If you look at it from our point of view, the gamer's point of view, you want the game to stick to its roots. You don't want it to sell out and become something it's not. But at the end of the day, money talks, so it's always going to end up going the same route as the money. So you definitely get this vibe that DICE have deliberately given us something that sort of appeals to everyone. There's a bit of everything there and something that will cater for everyone's needs. This necessarily is not a bad thing whatsoever. Yes, granted, you're not going to like all the DLC. In fact, you're probably not even going to like 50% of DLC, but what you do like, you're really going to enjoy. As long as DICE listen to the community, they can now implement what worked, what didn't work, and what people want to see more of for Battlefield 4. This is something that definitely excites me, as long as they don't take the ignorant point that they know best, when in reality the people that know best are the people that spend thousands of hours playing their games, which is us, the gamer.
I don't know what he's doing.
So I'm now going to cover the areas of this game that in my opinion absolutely excel, and that's the urban warfare. So maps like Sane Crossing, Grand Bazaar, the Aftermath DLC, and back to Karkan DLC as well, for me are the areas that this game is just absolutely perfect. The vehicle balance on all these maps is perfect. There is nothing that can be considered overpowered. There is not too many vehicles. It is just perfect. The fighting from street to street, fighting from rubble to rubble, that sort of thing adds an element to the game where you need to think. You can't just run around spraying and praying like you can on other DLC, namely Close Quarters. It is definitely a lot more tactical and a lot more fun. So this is the route that I hope they take for Battlefield 4. I hope we see more of the urban warfare kind of things, but still keeping a nice balance of vehicles in there, as Battlefield 3 is mainly and will always be known for its vehicle warfare. So I hope they manage to pull off a nice blend of balance between it all and get it what I would class as a very nice perfect mix. I'm not saying this is easy, it's definitely a job that I wouldn't like to do, but when you consider how well maps like Sane Crossing play on Battlefield 3, I just hope they really manage to pull it off and we get some fantastic urban warfare maps. So over the 18-month period this game's been around, there has been some excellent times, some amazing moments, and this game has been absolutely outstanding. There has also been some dark periods where this game was literally dead as far as I'm concerned. So the time I'm talking about is the USAS frag rounds, the M26 dark glitch, the over the map, the under the map, the periscope glitch, just glitches that should have been fixed long before the game was released. That's not my main issue though. You are going to get games that come out with glitches and bugs, but it's the period of time that it took them to fix them. I'm pretty sure the M26 Dark took nearly 3 to 4 months to actually get fixed. And if you ended up on a server of a couple of people using it, your game was done. It was just destroyed, it was ruined, and I personally think a lot of the people left this game was due to the glitches and bugs that they found roughly about 6 to 8 months after release, when the game really sort of hit its first bad patch. And they never came back to the game, and it's a shame it took DICE so long to fix it, because they lost out on some players or customers if you look at it from their financial point of view. So this is something that I really think they need to do for Battlefield 4. They need to be a lot more consistent and getting patches out at a lot quicker pace. They complain that it costs $50,000 per platform to make. This is a ridiculous statement. It's a ridiculous claim. They make so much money. I don't care if it cost them $50,000. How much money did you make on the release of the game on technically what was an unfinished game? You know, these things need to be fixed, and they need to be fixed quick. But like I said, guys, that is just a negative. Every video has to have a negative in it to even out the positives. But that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of positives. There's more positives to take from Battlefield 3 than there is negatives. All I can say is I'm absolutely delighted this game is now in its final stages. It means they're concentrating on Battlefield 4, and fingers crossed we're going to have one of the best first-person shooters to ever hit the shelves. So as always, guys, I want to know what you think are the best parts of Battlefield 3, the best DLC, and what you'd like to see from Battlefield 4. As always, guys, I'm Clappy, and I'm out.
Nice.